Now.
Cool.
There. Oh, wow. Shit.
Right.
Cool.
Seeing the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
So-
expecting this when I was in the train. Cool.
Yeah, I put some effort into this one. This was made in a different software. You are here just north of Duskwatch, Rob.
Uh-huh.
The place you're trying to get to is Nexus, this city here. Virtue is from the Citadel of the Moon, and this is the Absent Range here. Here.
Right. Right.
Should probably put like a little marker for where you are. Hang on.
Yes. There you go.
Okay, you've done it.
That's awful.
I think I might be on the wrong layer. Right there. It's this bit. Right. So, yeah. There we go. That'll do. I'll let you guys sort it. It's fine.
So what are we doing? I don't know what we're
But
trying.
it's up to you. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, I thought we were waiting for Rob so we can explain what's going on. Or just
I've just
Oh,
sort
right.
of explained that.
Ignore me. Can I? Okay. Due to my background as a wanderer, so
Yep.
I have excellent maps and geography. Knowing I've probably seen maps in the past with water tiles, can I probably say it's more than likely just? Can I use that as an explanation to try and say that it's more than likely nothing
Yeah.
there and it's just used to spice up the map?
Yeah, sure. And you are absolutely right. Normally, drawings like that on maps are just there to be a bit of decoration.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'm guessing it's just decoration on the map. I mean, what is it? Just a perpetually ship just on the eastern coast, off the eastern coast? I highly doubt it. It's more than likely just artwork.
Well, that would also explain the giant ship in ocean and the sea dragon.
I mean, you never know; they might exist, but
I really hope they don't. Please, I'm not a phenomenally brave person, and this is becoming a little bit too real for me right now.
I'm just like, I just look at him. Oh, you poor thing, and I'm just like, put my hand on it. It's like, it's so cute.
He's kind of like, he's a high charisma character, but he's not like charming, like handsome or anything. He's more just like inoffensive, like a bit disarming because he's
Yeah.
kind of so meek.
That's what I mean. It's that's why I'm always like, oh, he's so cute because it's so like what's the word I'm trying to work like
Unassuming?
yeah well more like he's definitely got no fight in him, and I mean I'm a 6'3"
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean like it's pure like I find it endearing how he's not very much of a fighter. So I'm like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm like, don't worry, mate. We'll do that for you. You're fine. You'll be safe with us. You don't have to worry about that.
I mean, first things first, I suppose we have to get off this island. I mean, I ordinarily hate to bomb a ride off you people, but I'm a bit bereft of coin at the minute. He turns out his pockets and he has like a grand total of about 2 silver, all in copper coins.
I mean, I go, oh, I'm sure that'll be fine. My bag of holding, like I've got, and I pull out the 23 platinum pieces. I've got 23 platinum pieces. I'm sure that's enough to get us where we need to be.
Yeah, so at this point, Nadar, who had been at the bar up until now, I'm going to assume he was at the bar while you were talking about other worlds and such, just for the sake of my own sanity here.
Yeah.
Had been at the bar, comes back and just sees you like pulling out like platinum pieces and is like, why am I even buying drinks?
I'm like,
What?
you offered, and I would not say no to a person offering.
You're buying the
Especially
next
such-
ones.
I look at him and say, especially such a handsome man. Try and give off like bit.
Can you get a charisma check?
Charm.
Can you do a
Yeah,
charisma
make a
check?
charisma check.
God damn it, Matt! Why'd you have to do this to me? 1 second. Let
Try
me
and
check.
seduce the dragon.
Seduce the dragonborn. Get it right. So D20 plus 1. Come on, high roll. Of course not. Fuck me. Why am I rolling so bad on this, but on the other game I roll amazingly every time?
I think for getting that bad, he should actually get the Dragonborn should turn around and just spit in his face.
That's no.
It's not that
No,
bad.
if it was a nat one, I'd say yeah, definitely.
But it's like
Here's the
I'm
thing.
like,
He's never met a cat person before, and he's just kind of a bit
Too much fur.
uncomfortable.
too much.
Like-
man.
Wants to
He's
try
a
something
dragon
new.
person, so he's used to weird, but not that weird. It's a
So-
new weird for him.
I'm just like it just like as it fails, like fine. I'm like I'm like damn it. I was getting us free beers for ages then.
Like, no, you are not getting any more free beers.
I'm like,
And
I'm like, well, anyway, I'm sure we have more than plenty in terms of coins.
like he has to like hold his mug up into the air because he was about to put it down on the map. So, sorry, puts it down on the table. It's like, so the map. What's up with the map?
Oh, basically, we're traveling to here. I point to Nexus, but we're looking for the safest route. And I was considering, what you might know a bit better, the coastal paths is probably the safest route, due to not being able to pass here through airships and Valley of the Dead. I'm guessing that's not safe.
It's not safe.
Right,
I
are we
can
going
promise you
through
that.
squid-infested waters?
It's not squid infested water. That's just decoration on the map. I've already explained that.
Is it?
Is it though?
Logan, would you put us in that situation?
Yes.
Well, I'd
I
say
hate you.
definitely.
You're a cat person. Too much hentai.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait,
Seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
We're at the north coast. Have we going kind of this way around?
I mean,
Well,
we don't
that's
really know
actually what
what's
I was about to suggest. Is
Hooray.
myself and Olaf are actually from the city of Idraf here, which is it's shown on the map. It's basically the capital city of the west. It's where a lot of Dragonborn and human are from. We live together there. We travelled along the land. It's much more safe by ground on the western side than it is on the eastern side. The Dark Elves, they're very big into communicating between villages and just sort of keeping the whole area safe, whereas the dwarves are quite isolationist.
Bye, Matt.
It's a longer
Right,
trek.
yeah, I've got to go. Sorry.
All right, that's fine.
Sorry.
I'll catch you up on anything you've missed, Matt, afterwards.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Have a safe journey, Matt.
Where are you going anyway? Where's he going?
Uni's going to Birmingham.
But it's a bank holiday. Why the hell can't he go tomorrow?
I don't know. He's getting a lift off his mum today, so I assume it's just the day that she's free.
Right, okay. That makes sense. Anyway, carry on.
It's a longer journey than anywhere else, but the Citadel of the Land has the strongest connection to the surface below, so it's the shortest and easiest route back up to the sky afterwards. There is no safe route across the Absent Range. I will tell you right now, all water is dangerous, darkness is dangerous, forest is dangerous. So, unfortunately, I don't think there is just an easy way across the Absent Range. I've seen you guys using magic before, so I would not advise just crossing where the mountains are missing, because magic simply will not work in that area. You'll be shooting yourself in the foot and leaving yourself for dead.
What? I'm just like, after hearing that,
There's a lot of danger.
I was going to say, nothing's ever simple.
I mean, you all seem competent, certainly than myself and Olaf were when we travelled across. years ago. It's got 15 years ago when we made the journey.
So
But,
it is a journey that I thought you might have done so via an airship over the waters
um,
and around the mountain range rather than through it.
it's not entirely impossible. I say it's not entirely impossible. I've only ever known of one person who claims to have done it. The problem is that the further you get away from the island, the further you get away from any other floating islands. So, if you were to leave the relative safety of this continent on an airship, you wouldn't be able to resupply for quite a long period of time.
So you're
If
saying
during that time you were to be attacked, you would be able to resupply cannons or ballistae or anything else.
I see. So essentially, the best route would be through the mountain range.
I mean, all I'm saying is that whatever route you choose to take, if you truly are dead set on the journey, I don't think any of them are going to be objectively better than the others. I don't think there is going to be one that is just free of danger. Maybe you'll surprise me. Maybe you'll find some incredible way across. I wouldn't put money on it.
I sit there in silence for a minute just to contemplate.
What do we know about Dragon's Nest? Do we know, like, if it's got a quiet time or?
Nadar speaks up when you say that and says, "Never ever go to Dragon's Rest."
God damn it!
Let's fly over.
If there is one piece of advice I can give you, it is to never ever go to Dragon's Rest.
I'm guessing there's a lot of dragons there.
Well, that's the thing. It's unusual for dragons to nest together, but it's dominated by an ancient dragon of some description, and as a result, it creates its own ecosystem there, where many dragons can coincide together.
How did you
I've
hear?
known hunters to attempt to go there, and very few return alive.
I think we should go through the Valley of the Dead. Sounds pretty promising.
I believe that not to be the most intelligent idea. I think now, looking at it, thinking, I believe that our best route across is to go through the Absent Range and hope for the best.
So wait, what's in the Absent Range?
It's absent.
So the Absent Range is a series of mountains, or rather the bases of mountains, where the mountains are actually several of the mountains are actually missing. The problem is with the Absent Range is that magic simply doesn't work there. It's impossible to fly over any of the mountains because of the way magic works, but the Absent Range in particular, magic is especially screwed up and simply will not function at all there.
No good.
Can we tame a dragon and fly it over literally everything? Like how I trained your dragon.
Like you visibly start shaking and you say that. It's just like, what have I got myself into? I'm insane.
The Hierarchan as well, because Hierarchan's a bit of a...
Yeah. The two cowardly tieflings are just like, these people are insane.
I look over at Hart and I'm like, no, don't be stupid. And I just look at these two poor souls. I'm like, it's okay, we won't do something so stupid.
Protect us, cat mommy. Neither of them say that. That's
Please don't say
stupid.
that again. Mommy.
Oh god, it just reminds. It's like it's of the like Your son calls me mommy too.
Oh no! I hate you.
Oh man, if Matt was here, he would fucking die at that. It's so
You make everything worse, all of you.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm like, it's okay. It's safe. I'm here. I won't let you down.
I'll tame the dragon.
I will slay the dragon. No, I was like, I still believe the absent range is the safest route.
Are there any non-magical flying beasts that we can tame that aren't dragons?
Technically, yes, we have one with us.
Do you?
Oh,
Risu.
what, the cat?
She's a
Risu.
flying
Risu,
beast.
yeah. Risu can... things which would just be able to fly ordinarily, like with wings, should be able to do it. Problem is, it's a fairly long journey and a fairly dangerous journey, but
What if
it is one way to do it. It's safer than the land.
we should
in
all
that
get
you will be
inside
attacked by
that
less.
massive bag of holding, and
You can't breathe in there.
Yeah, we wouldn't live very long. We were
You can
lucky
get
the
in
last
there
time we did
briefly.
it. We were lucky the last time we did it because of the
And
fact that-
actually, you mention it, and Taito just like immediately hides under the table.
no, that's a no. I'm like, well, that's a no of that choice.
But do we know any experts in dragons?
Yeah. Do you know any experts in dragoning? Dragon taming?
We're not going to be able to tame a dragon, you fools.
Virtue looks at you in just sheer horror. It's like, I don't think experts in dragon taming exist. I mean, in bigger cities than this, there's experts in all sorts of different things, but
Dragon taming is obviously not one of them.
Right.
I'd
In
assume
that case,
not. I hope. That's the most horrifying thing I've heard in my.
See, this is the exact opening to How to Train Your Dragon.
Is Burke.
This is Burke.
I think our best bet is to go directly through Dragon's Rest.
Again, are you dumb? I just look at you and I'm just like, please stop talking.
Virtue looks at you. It's like, look, I generally I don't know how to do this, and if that's what you guys think is best, then if that's really what you guys want to do, then I'll go along with you. But
he sounds like someone who wants to train his own dragon.
I instantly butt in and say, we're not going through Dragon's Rest. We're not going to tame a dragon. We're not going to do anything to do with dragons. For the love of God, stop it.
Right, what about right there? And I point at the map. I don't know if you saw that there. This bit.
The
gap between the two mountain ranges.
Is that a pass in the mountain, or is that just...
Or is that
map seems to show one.
Yeah.
It's not labelled.
Hell yeah. Unnamed crevice. I like the sound of it.
I point out that places that are usually unnamed are places that I've never been.
Well, Virtue steps up and says, well, the thing is there weren't any names at all on this map when I first bought it. I've just filled in the ones that I know and that I've learned about while I was researching this expedition. There could be something there. There could be nothing there, and it was just how the map maker drew it. We won't know unless we ask someone who already knows the area.
What kind of map maker doesn't name the areas?
I was just about to say,
Jingle.
Doesn't
map maker
down things on the map to explain.
You would be amazed how difficult it is to get a map of the entire continent that shows where all the cities are. I mean, there's really not much travel across the Absent Range. The people on the east don't know about the west very much, and the people in the west don't know about the east very much.
So I'm like, right. I turn to what's his name, Fadar.
Nadar, the
Nadar.
dragon boy.
And I say, do you know if this is a passable region in the mountain? Is there a mountain
I have.
there?
I have never. Again, I made this crossing 15 years ago, and it wasn't my idea. Put it that way. It was Olaf's idea. He had 2 eyes when we started the journey.
But he's not blind.
Yeah, he just has a really cool eye patch.
I mean, the eye patch makes everything better, right?
Does. I remember for Ragnarok. Did make him cooler.
Yeah, I'm really upset that he got his eye back after
I
that.
didn't see that one.
What is the
Thanks.
continuation with that?
I didn't actually see that one, thanks.
You didn't see Thor Ragnarok?
No, apparently not.
4 has a cool pirate eye patch.
And he looks dope as hell.
Yeah, I know
And
that
then
much.
in Infinity War,
It
he
disappears.
got a fake eye.
Oh, that was it, wasn't it? His fake eye. I think the eye patch was better.
So is
it
Ragnarok
Yeah.
the one where Captain America wiggled the hammer of Mjolnir and...
No, that was Age of Ultron. Thor Ragnarok was
Oh.
like pretty much entirely separate from Avengers.
Right.
But it's like
Remember,
the best
I've seen
movie.
like 3 of the 27 films. Maybe.
Okay.
You really need to get on that.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for Disney to open up their whole...
Oh yeah,
Disney
they have a
Stream
service
platform.
where they're putting all.
Yeah. And I'll happily spend like a tenner a month just to watch a movie a night,
Mm-hmm.
which most likely I'll do. Anyway.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
crevasse in the mountains near the Citadel of the Summer.
well, it gets us through to the western side of the continent. I see no reason not to, being so we have no clue what's down there.
Yeah, Virtue's like, well, it's an objective for now.
Either that or
It's
Valley of the
not
Dead.
Dragon's Rest.
That's pretty
Those
promising.
2 good things. It gives us somewhere to head towards. I mean, we still have options even if it doesn't pan out.
I mean, what we can do is, if we do go that way, we can go past the citadel. We can stop at the Citadel of the Moon, so at least you can get back to your home and collect any necessary items you require.
I would appreciate that. I was actually going to request that we head there anyway. I mean, the area that we're in is actually governed by the Citadel of the Moon anyway, so...
Then I think that'd be a good idea if we took transports again towards the Citadel of the Moon. If we head there, then we can surely. Is it a large city? I'm guessing.
The Citadel, yes, the 4 Elven Citadels are enormous. They're protected by ancient magic that by rights shouldn't even be possible to be cast. That keep them safe from threats such as the worst of the magic storms and keep undead or aberrations from coming too near to the city unless they have more than a certain amount of power. So with that, the elves have been able to build great cities that they were basically able to conquer the entire eastern skies.
I think that would be a wisest choice then. If we head to one of these cities, we can hopefully learn even more than we already do.
Nadar speaks up. Well, since you have an objective already, I doubt the captain would mind if you at least got passage with us to Duskwatch. That's where we're headed next. After that, I don't know, I think the captain was talking about the Citadel of the Land. He was going to get some dwarven cannons or something there.
That would be very kind of you, Dar. We could head towards Duskwatch and then we can part ways from there.
Well, you guys helped us out. It's proven that you guys are pretty handy to have on board if anything does go wrong.
Let us hope that nothing occurs again. It did.
I mean, you'll have to ask the captain, not me, but he should let you do it if I say so, and I think he'd let you do it even if I didn't.
Rich man, offer some coin.
Rich man. We're all technically rich. I'm holding all our money right now,
Are we
basically.
rich?
Yeah, I haven't been able to actually hand out to each other.
Oh.
Haven't
You can
sat
do that
down
now
yet.
if you'd like.
I was going to say it might help.
Yeah.
Because I did work out all like the gold amounts and stuff we have like in the inventory that I can give.
I'd love to have some gold. Yes, please.
So, start with the silver pieces, as that's the easiest one.
Yep. So everyone, I'll do Matt's character sheet.
And someone needs to do Nick's as well.
I'll do Nick's as well.
Okay. So for silver pieces, if you add 28, that'll be for, so that's each of us there.
It's for you and okay.
Gold pieces, add 30 each.
Okay.
And platinum pieces, it's 4 each, and then I'll just work out how many that leaves over because they're like.
Because you've done the math, so you're keeping the remainder. I understand.
What? Don't tell him.
I think you should break up that platinum piece.
I don't think it'll
Split it into 5 parts.
Yeah.
So how many is there of us?
250. Is it 250 or 25?
Sorry, what?
How many platinums? Gold to a platinum?
10 gold to a platinum.
Yeah.
I'm doing my own as well. I've done my own, yeah. There's also all the other stuff as well, but I'll go through that.
For some reason, Matt has a hell of more money than Yarkin does.
Yes, a what?
Isn't that because he sold?
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Oh, and also Yarkin spent money on potions, didn't he?
Yes.
That's fine.
While I'm also in here, I'm like, oh, Virtue, you might be able to help. But I pull out the magic short sword in my thing. Are you able to identify this?
Let me check if Virtue has the identify spell. I think he does. Because I wanted this to be possible. I think he does, and I think he can cast it as a ritual as well, so it doesn't use up spell slots. Sure, yeah, he has identify. He does. So yeah, I can identify that for you. I suppose that'd be useful if we're going to be traveling together. Is there anything else you guys want to identify?
Is there anything else that people have that I don't have? Because the only other things I've got are my 3.
You've got the bottle of water. You've got
the transparent potion and silver potion. Like,
yep.
Maybe you can look
those
at these.
Could both be identified. Resulian's bow, that hasn't been identified yet.
Okay.
So yeah, he will identify all of those. So we'll do the sword first. I will add that to your journal, Alex. But he explains there is a flame tongue.
A what, sorry?
A flame tongue short sword. It should be in your journal now.
Yes, I see it. Handle of this short.
The bottle is a decanter of endless water. And it basically does exactly what it sounds like, but it can be used to, like, basically as like a water cannon as well. The bow is a flame string bow, and what's interesting about it is actually it counts as a holy symbol, Vistus. So I'll put that for you, Sarah. That should have appeared in your journal. I don't think it has. Hang on. There we go. Save changes. There we go. That should have appeared in your journal now. I believe that's the magic items. Next is the potions.
Yes.
What were the 2 potions that you have?
So it's a transparent potion and a silver potion. They're the 2.
Right. The transparent potion is a potion of gaseous form. I'll put that in your now. And the silver potion is a potion of immortality.
Bruh.
And it's like, this is an exceptionally valuable item. Its effects are temporary, but it is very, very powerful. And I think that's all of them, because the potions that Ott and Hjarkin both bought have already been identified. So is the immovable rod. That's in Hjarkin's journal, because he bought it. Yeah. You can divvy up loot as you see fit.
Okay.
I assume, like, a short sword you're probably not going to use because you're unarmed, but someone else might want it.
So yeah, I'm like, so anyone able to use the sword would be very useful to whoever has it.
I don't know, maybe. Weapons.
It would be something. What class are you again, Rob?
He's a rogue, but it's a finesse weapon, so he could use it with as well.
So it would be quite useful to you.
I just want to see if you're proficient with it a second, sorry.
Yeah, that's the only thing you got to worry about.
Are you proficient with a rapier? I'd say you're probably also proficient with... Yeah, you are. You have a silver short sword at the minute. So you could use it. Sir Jeremiah can use basically any weapon, so he could use it. Rasilian, I think you could use it. Hjarkin couldn't use it. And... you wouldn't use it, would you, Matt? Sorry, not Matt. Alex.
No, I wouldn't bother using it. It wouldn't class as a weapon.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a monk weapon. So yeah, it can either be Ott, Rasulian, or Sir Jeremiah.
So I'd just like go. So who want this? Whoever has the most, will take the most advantage of its powers would probably be best to have it. So I'm literally just offering it to whoever would be.
Sir Jeremiah is like, well, if Ott would find more useful, then I'm sure he should have it. But,
yeah.
Okay, you can go to the shape-shifting halfling. What is your deal anyway?
None of your business.
Okay, rude.
I'm just like, I think personally, I'll keep the of immortality. Gaseous form.
Would that count as chaotic neutral? Or
what's this? Sorry, saying none of your business.
Yeah, none of your business.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah,
I don't think it's like out of character for you to say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm trying to make sure I stick with my alignment a little bit more. But whatever.
Right, so your Flame Tongue short sword is now in your journal. Just to explain the way it works, and I can add it to your weapons page as well for you if you'd like.
Yeah, go on. Where is the journal?
It's the same place that your character sheet is. There's a tab called Handouts, Magic Items, and
right.
Potions. That's where all that is.
Yeah, I see that. Ugh. I'm so hungry. All I've eaten today is a bowl of porridge.
I've got food right next to me. It's gone by now.
And I've been travelling for the last 4 hours, and that's no fun for anyone.
Where you been?
Stoke, getting drunk.
Oh.
Fair.
Yeah.
Nest weapon is a +1 weapon, which I mean your character sheet will already do maths, but it basically means you do 1 extra damage and
I'm gonna swing it. See how
1
it goes.
extra chance to hit.
Cool.
I haven't finished putting the stuff in. Yeah.
All right.
Slashing. So the thing you'll have to remember is the first time you use this as well in a round. So actually the only time you use it, because you only attack once, I'll just put it as 2d6 then. It does a d6 of fire damage and a d6 of slashing damage. You speak the command word, and the hilt of it is like a dragon's mouth, So the dragon's mouth like ignites, and the whole blade like comes up in flames.
Oh wait, is it like that sword off of Game of Thrones?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, but it's a sword that sets on fire.
The guy with the eye patch. Is it eye patch? I still watch Game of
Beric.
Thrones. Yeah, sure. But he's got a flamey sword.
Okay,
That's
it's basically
more
the same thing then. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a short sword. It sets on fire.
Sure. How short is this short sword?
Same length as like a rapier.
3 foot.
So it's a one-handed sword.
Right. Okay.
So one that you could use as a rope. You've kind of got like an impressive collection of sword weapons at this point. You've got a rapier, 2 daggers, a mace, a silver short sword, and now a flame tongue.
I can't wait to use my mace. I'm gonna like crush
And a
shit
short
with
bow.
it.
So, like I said, I was like, I'm already going to keep this potion in more. Thank you very much. No, I put that back in the bag. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, potion of gaseous form. Who would want this?
What's it do?
So
Make things
I
smell.
tell you what, I'll just make it visible to everyone for the sake of you being
Yeah.
able to see what it does rather than me explaining it. So if I click show to players, that should have popped up for everyone. But
no.
basically, it transforms you into a smoke person who can fly around. You can't speak to anyone while you're a smoke boy. But
I can't see it.
it hasn't popped up for you.
No.
Interesting.
Ah, there we go.
Try it now.
That's the one. Yeah. Mystery.
And I think it lasts 1 hour. And
Yes.
because it's a potion rather than the spell, you can't drop it voluntarily. So, like, when you're a smoke boy, you're a smoke boy for an hour.
Wait, what's incorporeal?
Incorporeal means, like, stuff passes through you, like you're a ghost.
Ah.
Like you're made out of smoke. Like you could fit through the cracks between buildings and stuff like that.
Could we travel through like vents and
Easily, yeah.
Brilliant. Cool.
I could see it being useful for a rogue.
Yeah. Sneaky, stabby. Do you have to drink the whole potion in one, or can you just like drop a bit on your tongue?
For it to affect you, you would have to drink the whole potion in one.
Right.
For the magic to take an effect.
Fairs.
Otherwise, you just get infinite uses.
Not infinite uses. I was just thinking like, you drink a little bit and it lasts a couple of minutes, and then you go back to a normal human-bodied person or whatever. But
I'd say if you drank a little bit of it, I'd make you make a roll to see whether it affected or not.
Nice.
And like you'd have to drink a minimum of half.
Right. Okay.
So like you can only use it twice like that, because it's not going to be like I drink a single drop and now I can do that.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking like I drink a quarter and it lasts me 15 minutes.
And it lasts 15 minutes. Yeah, I get you. Potion of Hill Giant Strength. I think. Who did that go to? Was that you, Rob, or was that
yes, I've got it.
Nick?
I've got it in my
Yeah, it's you that bought that then.
Possibly.
So, and I also like, I look at the bottle of endless water. Yeah, anyone want this? I'm like, it's all in all. The decanter of endless water, basically. you choose one of the 3 words, and you either produce a gallon of water, 5 gallons of water, or 30 gallons of water that you can use as like a cannon blast.
Brilliant.
It basically is a water cannon that you can choose.
I actually kind of really want this now. I was going to give it to
And
someone else.
it's like endless drinkable water as well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So you on that one as well?
Yeah, since no one else is really piping up.
Cool.
What about you, Sarah? Do you want it?
Sure.
Oh, well.
Oh. 5
Yeah,
battles to death.
no,
Right.
you two.
Right. Roll d20.
See who gets the higher roll.
Who gets the high roll? 3, 2, 1, go.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Rob.
Brilliant.
Basically,
It's all yours. It's all
Yay.
yours.
Sarah gets the decanter of endless.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
And then obviously, who took
There
the
we go.
gaseous
That's
potion?
in your journal now.
Who took the potion of gaseous form? Anyone actually took?
Oh, I've got that.
You've got a potion of gaseous form?
No. It's because you've showed it to everyone.
Oh, right, yeah.
So who wants that? Shall I say? Did what either of you two want it or?
Well, I can take it because it'd be useful for sneaky, stabby.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you take
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
So that leaves me with my potion of immortality.
I'll put that in just your journal then, Rob.
Yeah.
There we go. And you can add that to your inventory as well.
Done.
Because
Done,
I know
so
what you do,
Washington.
Rob.
What?
It's whenever you want to do something, look at your inventory.
Frantically flicking through my inventory. Shit, is there something
Oh,
I can
do. So so I'm like, okay, there we go. That gets rid of all those items that we managed to.
Logan, in all fairness, I do come up with some fun things from my inventory.
You do. I'm always very impressed. I would not have you any other way.
Thank you.
As in, if you stop doing that, I'm going to kick you out of the game.
Oh, okay. Noted. Right. Yeah.
So I think now that you guys sort of have a plan, is you're going to head to Duskwatch first. Yeah, we still got like 45 minutes.
I thought we were in Duskwatch. I don't know. Where are we?
No, you are just sort of northeast of Duskwatch. You're at Sky Meadow, which isn't marked because it's too small. It's kind of inconsequential.
Is that it there?
No, you're literally like where the blob is. You're like right here,
Okay.
one
Yeah.
tile northeast. So, for the sake of like metagame knowledge, one tile is 3 days.
Whoa.
What?
Madness.
Say that again. On.
One tile is
Um,
3 days.
Like this is a continent, and you don't have cars, so
Can we get horses?
yes,
Nice. Are there
not super useful in the sky, but
yeah,
you
are
can
there
get
magical
them.
horses?
So
Or
where
magical
we are-
pony flying through the
what
sky?
You're saying where we are, we're about 3 days travel away from Duskwatch. Yes.
Yes,
Okay, that's not too bad.
it's known to be like a pretty safe passage.
I'm like, that's fine then.
Okay.
3 days is all good and dandy.
Nadar basically promised to take you there when they set off tomorrow. So you have one night to sort of try and find a room, and Virtue will go and speak to Nella Foster, the innkeeper, smooth things over. He's like, yeah, they're not trying to kidnap me. Don't know who actually is, but actually these are the people who I came here to find. He doesn't say anything like you guys being from another world.
Okay.
He basically paints it as though you're the people who he actually came here looking for.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
Cool. Now we won't be hated anymore.
Yay.
I think because he's, metagame knowledge, he's a bard, he can just convince people of this.
Nice.
So, you guys need to find a place to stay for the night. You could ask here.
I was going to say, let's stay here. It seems like the smartest option.
You ask here, and actually, like the innkeeper does genuinely seem like a bit apologetic. It's like, this isn't because I suspected you guys of being kidnappers earlier, or because you threatened me earlier. This is literally just there is straight up just no room at the inn.
Give us the room. We'll sleep anywhere for free. Just give us space.
Are you begging for this? You're like,
I'm not
"Please,
begging. I'm demanding.
Don't demand, you idiot. If he demands,
I'm trying to be evil
bonk
here.
him on the top of the head. Yeah, I bonk him on the top of your head. It's like, no.
I think
I
by
backhand
now,
him
sort of
back.
like
Her
most
back.
of the crew of the Argosy has in, and Olaf sort of like semi-drunkenly offers to let you stay in your bunks that you stayed in while you were traveling from Duskwatch to Sky Meadow, which you didn't actually stay in because you just sort of popped into existence.
I'm like,
But they believe you stayed there.
I'm like, well, that sounds like a very grateful idea. I think we should do that.
There better be breakfast.
He looks at you like with his, one eye drunken, like, now I'm trusting you to go on my ship unsupervised. But if I find one single thing out of place, and he falls asleep at the table.
I just look at him and go,
Damn it!
I'm sure nothing bad will happen. I look over at Jeremiah. And I'm like, right.
Right, I'm gonna go find some food.
Jeremiah's lawful. It's like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna steal anything.
It's like, okay, sometimes you give off a vibe that something really stupid's about.
I am very offended right now. Cat friend. Strange furry creature.
I say, hey, I don't make fun of normalness. Find that very offensive, thank you. I just kind of like brush off some dust on my off my furry shoulder.
Okay.
I walk off.
I'm not gonna bring up the question of clothes. I don't feel like I want the answer.
I'm wearing clothes.
Do you
Okay.
occasionally
It's a
cover?
tank top.
Do you
They
occasionally
just
cover up
it's a
furball,
tank top.
Alex?
What?
Do you occasionally cover up a furball?
No, I'm not that bad of a cat person.
No, but she
I'm
does
not
drink
Plato.
milk. Learned this last session.
Hey, milk is good for you. Strong bones.
Strong bones.
Calcium, boys. I gotta get ready for the skeleton war. All right.
Okay, so you guys are able to stay the night on the ship. It does mean like climbing up to the top of the harbour tower again, which is this like enormous tower which sort of like towers over everything else in the entire city. It's like skyscraper sort of height. And so it's kind of like, I think for Rasulian it's probably fine because you're a bird, but everyone else is like, this is very high up. And then you're in a flying ship on top of that.
Everyone complaining, even Tycho.
Yeah.
You know I can morph into anything. Can I morph into a bird and just fly up the top?
So
or a
you
dragon.
can morph into a bird,
Can I be a
but
dragon?
you don't get the abilities of
Damn
that
it.
creature. It's only the appearance.
Damn it.
So you're just a grumpy bird walking up the stairs.
You can try.
Damn it.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. Once again, the shape-shifting halfling.
What?
You've died.
Uh,
There he is.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Okay. Once again, the shape-shifting halfling shapeshift.
Ah.
It's always at that same point.
He's gone.
Okay.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Okay, you
Pepperoni.
didn't hear me again. I'm going to type this out. Hang on. Caps lock.
Type.
There.
Oh, certainly. Right. More shape shifts.
There we go. Did you catch that? Did you hear that?
Everyone again. Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Which is just like a weird thing which you still don't have any explanation.
Yeah, I'm just like, why are you doing this? What is this?
Like, I've done it once,
What
so I may as well
are
just keep
you?
randomly shapeshifting. Why not?
Yeah. So now you are an Aarakocra, and you try flapping your wings, and like you can use them as though they were arms, but you cannot use them to fly.
So, out of curiosity, do I still have the same kind of stomach ability? So, if as a very small bird I drank a pint of beer,
Yeah, you still have all of your normal stats.
okay,
You just change your appearance
yeah.
and your size.
Do I, by proportion, become stronger because I'm picking up less weight to climb up things? I don't know.
I'm gonna say a little bit. Like,
Right.
you weigh less, so it would be easier for you to do certain stuff, but it's not like you become stronger.
Right.
You do straight up change your weight to be that of an Aarakocra.
Hmm. Okay.
But you hear Jeremiah like loudly complaining, like, "What the fuck? He transformed again. What is this?
I'm just like,
Witchcraft, heresy."
Wait, so if,
I'm like-
out of curiosity, in the absent range, if I was shapeshifted into a animal or something, would I lose that ability to be in
You
that
have
form?
no idea.
Right. Okay.
Dungeon Master didn't think of that as well. That's a good question.
It's a brilliant photo.
I love it.
I really want to
I
share
love
this
it.
now.
That's great.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love it.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's brilliant. There we go. That's a cool photo. Actually, I'm gonna save
so-
these. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I'm saving it.
For future
It's
reference.
going to hide away somewhere on your computer for years, and then you'll see it and you'll remember fondly about one time you turned into a bird.
Then grumpily couldn't use the stairs.
Started to climb the stairs. I mean, like, there is sort of like this mechanical, like, cargo elevator that you can use to get up. It's still
anyway,
just a lot.
anyway, are we at the top now?
Yeah, so you spend a, like, semi-comfortable night sleeping in hammocks. And there's a separate room for the ladies and gentlemen.
God, I don't want to be.
I'm gonna
sleeping
re-emerge
fucking
as
weird men.
the art everyone's known and love.
Okay, so are you a halfling now, or are you...
Well, what if they see me most as halfling, right?
I think they've seen you most as a halfling.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that as kind
Okay.
of my semi-natural form.
Okay. Again, Jeremiah is like, what the fuck is this witchcraft?
I'm like in the women's. I'm just like, thank God I don't have to see that weird guy shapeshift again.
Then I changed to a
It
human.
looks kind of horror, like his skin straight up morphs.
Then I changed to
It's
a
a
human.
little bit creepy.
Can I change to a human?
Okay. Yeah?
Okay.
You just sort of like grow in height and like...
Can I just point out? It's like what's really funny is I'll probably hear like Jeremiah from the other room go, "What the fuck?" I'm just like, that weird guy's doing it again.
I'm back to halfling. Okay, carry on. Right.
Yeah, you have to change back to a halfling to fit in bed.
But what?
It's a halfling bunk bed.
A bunk bed,
A
right.
human wouldn't fit. Oh, sorry, hammock, not bunk bed. But
Fart
humans-
hammock.
Yeah, it's a non-flatulent hammock.
Oh, I can't believe. Wait, you actually got fart hammock off my character sheet. I'm leaving it, but I'm putting it back on.
I cannot believe this. I had successfully forgotten about fart hammock IDK.
There you go. Right.
Okay. So,
Anyway.
yeah. So you all wake up the next morning and like I think you're all woken up like a little bit hungover, apart from you, Rasulian, who wasn't allowed to drink, by just like members of the crew like bustling around on the ship, moving cargo, and like a much worse for wear looking Captain Olaf Grimthunder like comes in, probably first into the men's room, and is like, "Okay, wake up, everyone. We're going to be setting off soon." And then he'll wake everyone up.
Everyone's just groaning.
Virtue has also made his way up onto the ship, and he's sort of like looking around, like in delight, like he's never been on a human-made ship before.
Wait, human? What kind of ship has he been on before? What the hell?
An elven one.
And what's the difference?
Well, from the looks of things, human ones seem to be more practical in their design, I guess. Elven ones are sort of a lot more large and intimidating. The elves make excellent warships, but they also make excellent like luxury sort of liners. But again, pirates, so there's a lot of cannons on board still.
Cannons? Someone say cannons?
Captain Olaf gives you like a stern look when you say that. Like, look, we cannot afford the fine if you blow up this tower.
Can I
I'm trying to make a living as a trader here. I let you on my ship out the goodness of my heart.
Can I inspect the cannons?
There are not many cannons actually on this ship. There are a few ballista above deck, and there are 2 cannons on either side below deck.
They must be inspected nonetheless.
Okay. They're not like gunpowder cannons like you would see in the real world. They appear to function on some sort of magic that propels a projectile. But, honestly, I don't know whether you would have them. I'll leave that up to you.
What? Sorry, leave what up to me?
Whether or not you would have seen cannons before in your world.
Okay.
Whether it was like very medieval.
Okay.
Well, I might have, because I'm 300 years old. At some point, I might have seen
Sure.
cannons. Yeah.
So, like, you were able to see that these are a very different design from like everything else on the ship. Like, they were probably made by a different race. Probably not human-made cannons.
They're not magic in any way, are they?
They are magical.
Oh, right.
They use magic to propel a cannonball. They're not like gunpowder cannons.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
What you also see is there's like a weapons rack with loads of muskets.
Can I investigate this weapons rack?
Yeah.
See what's in there.
It's below deck. It's actually right by the entrance to the stairway that leads up above deck, and next to it is all the harnesses, which you're all aware if you're going up on deck. The same harnesses that Sir Jeremiah used to fly when he fell off the side of the ship. Was blown off the side of the ship. But yeah, looking at them, if you've ever seen like firearms before, you would recognize them as muskets. Otherwise, you'd be like, "What is this strange metal tube with a trigger?"
Can I investigate? Just look at the cannons really closely and start kind of pulling on random bits and trying to shake it. And stick
Yeah,
my head
some,
down
like-
the very front of the cannon. Oh, hello, echo.
Nadar comes over and he smacks you on the back of the head.
Oh, what do you think you're
God's sake,
doing?
stop messing with those.
I was just about to ask, could I come over and hit him on the back of the head to stop him? So stupid.
I'm like,
Blow your head off, boy.
I'm like, oh, okay, oh, Jesus, all right then. As I walk away, I just flick what looks like a trigger. I have no idea what I've just flicked, but I'm just gonna go click.
It starts ticking like for about 2 seconds, and then like Nadar like dives over and flicks it back. Oh my god!
Brilliant.
Get out!
Oh God. Okay, sorry, I'm leaving. Jesus, I'm on my way. Very well.
And I think from now on, like, you are never allowed near the cannons without supervision.
I think that's a smart idea.
I think
Can I?
Nadara's first mate has that authority. Just like tell someone, look, if he goes near the cannons, you stay with him.
And as I leave, I just shout, "Man, the cannons!"
No one reacts to you because you are a passenger.
Damn it! All right.
Okay. But yeah, I think it's sort of like early morning when you will set off then during your 3-day voyage, and the first day passes uneventfully. For all of you, this is basically your first time flying on a ship. You briefly flew on one on the way into Sky Meadow, but it was only for a couple of hours. So it's sort of like an entirely new experience to you, is this sort of communal lifestyle on board the ship where everyone has to pitch in. Like, even as passengers, you have duties here, but they're mostly like helping keep watch for pirates, and you're told that this is supposed to be a pretty safe like journey. Like, it was very unusual that you even had to deal with that strange wind, and no one really understands what caused it. Which is, I suppose I should ask you if you guys actually want to do anything during your journey.
As I'm quite curious as to the land, I would probably be wanting to go on the deck and just look over the area. Like, look out across the land with obviously a harness on, saying, kind of do like the last time I did.
Yeah, what seems really weird to you is, like, you can see the clouds below you, but you can't, like, it is literally just a blanket of cloud with no gaps underneath it. And there are clouds that fly higher, but, like, you cannot see the land at all. It's just like these mountains of clouds as far as you can see. You know, it looks similar to how clouds look plain, where, like, it almost seems like this pure white land that you could walk on, but you know better. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
If not, someone will explain to you when you try and jump off. And, like, you're forced to wear a harness the whole time, but, like, if you ever go near the edge and stop peering over the edge, like, there's always an eye on you just in case.
Right. So I'm like going to find Virtue. It's like, so what's with the deal with the pure blanket of clouds?
Well, it's been like that as long as I can, well, as long as I've been alive, but apparently it wasn't always like that before the calamity. It was one of the effects of whatever caused the calamity that this sort of barrier of clouds formed. The magic that allows our ships to fly, these flight cores, they're called. They're created from magically charged stone. It doesn't function below the clouds. But it also has the effect of blotting out the sun completely below the clouds. Even on its best day, it's never more than just a dim twilight down there.
Sounds like something we could use to take over the world. Block out the sun.
What?
Then we will fight in the shades.
Oh,
Simpsons,
kind of like,
Simpsons
oh.
did it first.
it seems a bit sad. This calamity that occurred. Sure, the ground below was actually quite a beautiful landscape.
Apparently, it's entirely like pure white down there. Not the same as the clouds, but like sort of like a ghostly area below there. Of everything is pale vegetation. I've never seen it myself.
Not like snow?
I don't think so. I've heard of snow.
We've not seen snow.
Not on the Citadel of the Moon. It's protected from most unusual weather by the magic that protects the citadels.
Oh. Shit, one sec. I was about to say something. I completely fucking lost what I was going to say. Yeah, no, I can't remember what I was going to say.
Okay. Like, Virtue just, like, cheerfully explains anything. Like, he's a big nerd and he just likes telling people things, even if he's not an expert on them. And he's fairly well read. He is a scholar, but he's like, his main thing is being a historian, especially about the Calamity and about the Colossi. So,
no, that's gone as well. I was going to say something. Ask them.
okay. Rob, you had your stupid antics with the cannons. Is there anything you actually wanted to do during the journey, or are you satisfied?
On the ship, I think there's sails and stuff.
There is.
Can I start climbing up the ropes?
Yeah, again, like, it's so, during the big storm, it was, well, the, like, rogue wind that blew across, it was sort of dangerous to, like, climb up on the rigging and stuff, but it's not amazingly unsafe now, and you have a sky harness even.
Yeah.
Things do go wrong, so they'll let you do it, but again, like, there's eyes on you, and, actually up in the crow's nest is the Aarakocra, who you saved previously.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not specifically you, but Rasulian and Yolya. I think you did help, didn't you, Rob?
I was there. I got involved.
You were present.
I think, wasn't it, he tried to help Matt get back over on the...
Oh, yeah, they got myself flung off. Yeah.
There was some confusion. I think he'll be grateful to you anyway. But he sort of works as whatever the crow's nest boy is called. He's the one who looks out.
Crow man.
The crow boy.
Crow boy.
Although actually he's a sparrow.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm at
yeah,
the top then.
Like, if you ever come up to him, he's like enthusiastically speaks to you and thanks you for saving his.
Oh, out of curiosity, what is a signet ring of imaginary duke?
That's part of your backstory. So you used to be a charlatan. So you used to pretend to be a noble, and that's like part of your cover.
Right.
It's a signet ring of like a duke's house, actually. But of course, in this ring, it wouldn't actually exist anyway.
Yeah. So now that I'm at the top of this rigging stuff, in my burglar's pack, I've got a bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna slowly tip them down onto the deck below.
Yeah, so these ball bearings just rain down, and the I'd say that the Aarakocra Rolo, who's up there with you, finds this hilarious. But you hear the angry shouts of all the sailors below you, especially Nadar, who after that probably does not let you climb the riggings again. But yeah, for a brief moment, you're able to enjoy the sight of all these sailors, like either reacting as though they've stepped on Lego, or like slipping over bearings.
So, well, how many have I tipped out roughly?
I don't know. How many do you want to tip out? If you want to like affect a big area, it's got to be the whole pack.
So I'm gonna throw 1,000, not 1,000. So I got 1,000, 500 of them. I'm gonna.
Okay, I'd say like you're able to affect the area around the mast.
Yeah. Nice. Cool.
I mean, the ship swaying from side to side eventually just sort of like deals with the problem on its own, so they don't need to clean it up. But you
Right.
anger people during that time. You sow chaos.
just filling my.
Jeremiah gives you a stern talking to. So does Dar.
Brilliant. All right.
And it is during your second day of travel when Rolo, the Aarakocra up in the crow's nest, spots another ship approaching from behind. It appears, he shouts out that it's a ship of elven design and that it appears to be pirates. At which point, sort of, the crew immediately reacts and goes to man battle stations. And I will move you to the map for it. But this ship, it does appear to be ever so slightly fast. And at the helm, you can see a dark elf. And in the middle of his forehead is a third bulging eye.
Really?
I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Someone give it a poke.
And
Poke his third eye.
here's the thing, it's 8:45 now. I don't know, because combat's probably going to take a little while. Don't know whether you guys want to carry on or whether you want to pick this up next time.
The other guys might want to.
Yeah, being
Oh,
there,
that's
I think it would be fun if they joined. I think they would prefer that as well.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I think that is where we can leave this session then.
Okay.
You're sort of currently out of range of anything right now. They are approaching.
We are aware of them.
Yar.
Mhm.
Coolio.
Good game, everyone.
Good game.
Good game.
I think in future, just because we are currently having a thing where we keep like delaying sessions, I think in future what we're going to do is if it's only one person who's going to be absent, then we'll go ahead with the session unless it's like someone who's really integral to what's going on. Just because otherwise we're just always going to never actually play.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is that I don't want to run for less than 3 people because it's just not fun that way. But if it's 3 people, I mean, we do campaign 1 just fine.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
3
campaign
people.
1 is a lot of just back and forth though.
Yeah,
Being all
that's
three
it.
of-
I'd prefer
the three
at
of us.
least 4 people.
Sure.
Yeah, the only reason why I've been past 2 sessions is just due to timing on my half.
I mean, the thing is, like, we're all adults, we all have lives. I understand. Work out perfectly.
Yeah, like for me today, I had no idea that Euston was going to be closed, and like
Yeah, it's outside your control.
yeah, it took 2 hours longer to get home than it usually would. A 2-hour journey turned pretty much into a 4-hour journey.
Where did you go from? Like where?
Stoke.
Wait, and you had to go from Stoke.
Stoke to Birmingham. Oh, Birmingham New Street. Then walk from Birmingham New Street to Moore Street, and then from Moore Street to Marylebone, which isn't Euston, and it's no.
Oh
fun.
yes, because
Yeah.
you live in London.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgetting. Not
Yeah,
Telford.
no. If yeah, I could walk for 4 hours between Stoke and Telford, maybe, but
Yeah.
but
I was just
yeah.
thinking you could have just gone from Stoke to Shrewsbury to Telford.
Oh yeah, no,
Shrewsbury to
yeah, you can
Telford,
go
but-
Stoke to Crewe to Shrewsbury to Telford, and I've done that once in the past, which wasn't fun. That was quite a long journey, but still,
I don't like trains, full stop.
I love trains, except for when
Plebeian
closing.
public transport. Ugh.
I like trains. Meow.
Apart from
Trains.
Wolverhampton. Yeah.
Right, I really gotta make food because I haven't eaten much. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I've got food
I'm
here that
probably
is
gonna go and grab
I'm gonna
something
eat
to
that
eat.
as well.
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat my weight in bolognese.
All right, good game,
Alright,
everyone.
Catch you all later.
Yep. See you
Yeah.
later.
Thanks for coming tonight. I'll message Matt with what's been going on.
Cool. Can you kind of fill me in a little bit later if you can on what I
Yeah,
missed?
sure. Just message me whenever you're free, man. We'll
Yeah.
hop on Discord and chat.
Yeah. Wicked. There's.
All right, cool. See you later, man.